Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. See, you all know some days back, the Lok Ayukta has passed strictures on the Minister for Ports. And after he castigates him, there is another scam by the Scam Master General of Goa, or as some people call him, the Pablo Escobar of Goa. Sometime back, this minister was saying that he wants to get casinos in the Aguada Bay. He wanted to get casinos from Panjim into the Aguada Bay. But from the documents that I've got, it appears that it was to get another casino, a new one, a bigger casino, which does not fit in the rules of the Goa government. It is that casino that he wanted to get there. I have given you a list of this. This all started somewhere in August, 31st August 2018, where this High Street Cruises and Entertainment Private Limited and Delta Pleasure Cruise Company Private Limited wrote a letter to the Undersecretary Home on 31st August 2018. Now, there was a file moved by Captain of Ports on 6th of May. On the 6th of May, file was moved that according to that, on the 25th of March 2019, the company wrote to Captain of Ports for grant of in-principle approval to bring in a new vessel, MV Royal Flotilla. On 26th March, Captain of Ports asked them for the details of the builder along with dimensions of the ship. On 3rd April 2019, this Delta Cruises gave required information. Now what they have said there is that the ship that they are trying to bring in place of this Royal Flotilla was built in 1997 and its length is 122 meters and breadth is 27 meters. Now as per the circular of the Captain of Ports, the maximum length of the ship can be 90 meters. While another letter dated 26 November 2019, the same company proposed to bring in a vessel which is 132 meters in length and 26.82 meters in breadth. Now 132 is exactly double the length of the existing casino ships which are there anchored in Panjim. It is exactly double. Most of the ships are about 65 to 70. That is the maximum length. And it cannot exceed 90 meters. On 12 December, marine engineer Octavio Rodriguez and Deputy Captain of Ports Premlal Sirsaikar have noted that getting such a vessel, is dangerous to the environment and could block the navigation channel. What happens is this ship is very long, so they cannot maneuver in the mouth of the river. So if that comes, it could block the channel by chance if it is grounded. They have put it in the notings. They said in the past history, even 2,000 tons barges get grounded in the channel. And this ship which they are trying to bring is 20,000 metric tons. They also noted in the same noting that if this vessel is allowed, and other operators may also ask for ships of that size to be brought in. In the same noting, they said permission should not be given to the vessel to be brought into Mandovi, but it can be berthed in Aguada Bay with sea-type breakwaters. Now, casino company is coming with their ship to make money. Government is supposed to put them sea-type breakwaters in the resources of the government at the cost of the people of Goa. On 13 December, the Secretary Ports, despite noting and acknowledging the points put up by his engineers and the technical person, put an observation in the note that casino vessels having more width than maximum prescribed limit of 16 meters width are registered. So, wide conveniently forgetting the fact or not writing on the noting that length as per the circular cannot exceed 90. There is on the circular, they said case to case basis, we can consider extension of the length up to 120 meters only. Up to 120. There is a provision to increase the length by 120. Nothing about that. This is very clear. And that also not for the ships to operate here in Mandovi or Zuari. This ship has to be built here and for exported, to be exported. Not for operation in the river Mandovi or in the river Zuari. Despite this glaring illegality, the Minister of Ports wrote that NOC to register may be issued to acquire and bring the new vessel in the river Mandovi and asked the department to suggest an appropriate place to anchor this ship, the big vessel. Now this big vessel, we can just imagine double the size of these ships which are there. It will be like an island. It will be like an island in the river Mandovi. The navigation channel for other barges, if the mining starts, there won't be any place for that. Feeder boats are going to go around. It's going to disturb the whole list. By chance, if this ship gets grounded, we'll be stuck for at least one whole season. There won't be any navigation that can be done in this river. On 3rd February again, the captain of the port moved another note stating that as per observation of the ports minister, the vessel may be moved at Aguada Bay by installing C-type breakwaters. Again, they have come back to that. Now, you remember there was hill cutting in Aguada. Now, this was to build parking space near the jetty in Aguada for this boat, for this vessel. Now, some of the environmentalists went to court. On 11 March 2020, Secretary Ports P.S. Reddy opined that before registering and bringing the ship in Goan waters, a place should be identified to anchor the ship as the present site where other casinos are anchored is dangerous for safety and security of the passengers. This is what the Secretary of Ports have written on the file noting. But the Ports Minister on 9th of June has in his file noting put that NOC for replacement of vessel and mooring should be in Mandovi River, where all other casino boats are anchored. And despite his earlier reservation, Secretary of Ports and Captain of Ports have gladly obliged. On the 10th and 15th, they have signed this. They have agreed against their own notings, where they said it cannot be put in the river Mandovi, this Captain of Ports and this Secretary of Ports. They have agreed. Now the Captain of Ports have also approved a private jetty for the house of the Minister Michael Lobo in Saipan. Now this jetty is going to be used to ferry the passengers, casino passengers, from his house to the new casino vessel. Now this will destroy the traditional region of Odda, Saipan and Nerul. Because this is a small river, they're going to destroy their livelihood there. And the people are not aware of this. He has already got the approval for the jetty. And as it is, the rules, CRZ rules are very clear that only traditional fishermen can have these jetties. He is not a fisherman. He doesn't have a boat as it. He doesn't even have a canoe, but fishing jetty is given to the Minister of Ports. Now, the money has changed and to get this ship, it is a fit case for Anti-Corruption Bureau, Lok Ayukta and also CBI. Because the bribes that have gone into this, to do this illegality, I mean, we will go to court, we will get more documents, we are going to go to court. And I think everybody was involved. From the marine engineer, captain of ports, deputy captain of ports, secretary ports have to be probed and punished for this illegality. They may try to change the law now, again, to give permission to this bigger ship. But as of today, the law does not permit a ship of more than 120 meters length. But they are trying to get this. It is obvious that Lobo is the collection agent for this BJP government. He is the collection agent, so nobody says anything to him. And he is collecting from gambling, like these casinos, from drugs, prostitution, everything. I am not saying, the members of the Legislative Assembly are saying, elected members are saying, that is drugs, prostitution and everything. Rohan County had accused him of a scam of 450 crores in ODP. I had also said at that time. Now again he's opened up ODP for Parra and Arcora. Local people's property, which was shown in settlement earlier, is shown as orchard now. And money is being asked for them to turn it back into settlement. Which was there till yesterday, it was there in settlement, they've changed it on the new draft OTP and shown it as orchard land. Is waste treatment plant in Saligam is a total disaster. It's not working. And he wants to put more such plants, and especially what we are worried about is where he's trying to put in Bangini, where the World Heritage Site is there, and a site precious and holy to all Goans, especially Catholics, where the body of the Govinda Sahib is kept there. If you cannot manage the Saligam treatment plant, how are you going to manage this Bangini? Because your track record is very bad. You see Sansodo, you're saying that I have removed 4,500 tons by truck of Sansodo garbage. He has not done anything of that. He has been a total failure as the Minister for Waste Management and Ports. Nothing new has been done. The Lok Ayukta has rightly said that he is unfit to be a minister. Now, if you remember, the BJP along with Anna Hazare and Arvind Kejriwal at that time were demanding a Lok Ayukta. They were all demanding a Lok Ayukta. Now the Lok Ayukta has already said something, has given suggestion, has given direction. I think it's high time that the Chief Minister, acting on the direction of the Lok Ayukta, has to sack his minister. But before that, make sure that everybody who is involved in this illegally getting this boat, illegally giving permission to this boat, has to be punished. Criminal proceedings should be initiated against everybody, even the marine engineers. You cannot listen to your bosses and do illegal work here. The circular is very clear. I've given all of you a copy of that. It's very clear. There is a grave illegality. Big corruption has taken place here. You're going to destroy the ecology. If you park it, you try to get it in Mandovi River, you're going to channel, and strict action should be taken against this. Any questions?
So, sir, the government or the CM should also take a statement on this when there have been so many allegations, especially on one side they say no more casinos and all.
See, casino is one thing, they're trying to get one bigger. Just imagine the ship, the bigger ship that is there. This ship which is coming is double the size. And the marine engineers have said when the turning radius of the ship is small. Turning radius. So they cannot turn there. It is likely to get caught up in that mouth of the river. If that happens, if it goes, there will be no navigation. There will be total economically Goa will be shattered because that's the only channel that we have got in the mouth of the river. And they are trying to get, and circular is there, which says only 90 meters. In the Goan rivers, river Mandovi rivers were only 90 meters. And they made exceptions of case to case for the shipbuilders to build here and export it. Not for flying in our rivers, not for keeping it in our rivers.
So therefore, do you feel the Chief Minister, who is also the Home Minister, should come clear on this issue? Whether what is the real issue in this?
See, Chief Minister has been doing, the whole government has been doing everything which is against the wishes of the people, which is against the rules and regulations. We will go to the court and get the remedy.
The government has given the permission.
So far, as per the latest noting, the last noting which are there, on 13th, the secretary reports have written, is agreed. Now, on 11th March, he is also NOC 9th of June, Minister of Ports has written on the final noting. The final notings are here. On 9th of June, that NOC may be given to the ship to be put in Mandovi River, where all his engineers and the secretary report had earlier said that it is not feasible to put it here.
But as per the latest cabinet extension, it is only for 6 or something.
Extension, they are trying to get a new boat.
That's what. On
that, so they are trying to exchange one boat, Royal Flotilla, which is there. Instead of that, they are trying to get a new ship which is double the size of any existing this year. This is 9th. And February again, all this MESS, the Sri Octavio Rodriguez, he said, as per the observation of Honorable Minister for Ports, and after discussing with all the undersigned, the following is submitted. It is suggested that this vessel may be moved in Aguada. They said it should be moved in Aguada. Now they are having a problem to take it to Aguada also. So the Minister of Ports is saying, put it in Mandovi. His technical team is saying it cannot be put in Mandovi. So going against all this, going against their own judgment, they are trying to bring it in Mandovi. You see, you won't be able to see Betim from this side, or from Betim side, you won't be able to see anything. 132 meters is the distance. First they said it is 122. 120 as per the circular, I will just read it. The circular says length should be 90 meters, breadth 16 meters, and loaded draft 3.2 meters. Further, the owners of the existing large shipbuilding units have to obtain prior permission of the captain of port on a case-to-case basis to construct vessels with large dimensions from 90 meters to 120 meters only. So you can go maximum 120 meters based on case-to-case basis. They had applied for 122 meters, getting a ship of 132 meters. And the secretary ports have also this. See, they say many times as per small barges got grounded in this area while transiting the narrow channel. As the mentioned vessel is having gross tonnage more than 20,000 metric tons, and there are more possibilities of grounding which may cause total blockage of the channel and then affect the trade permanently. So economically, as it is, we are down. If the ship by chance gets grounded, economically we are doomed. Because there will be no this. And the secretary ports have also said that we cannot get it here. But he is being pressurized by the minister, and he is going to be penalized or the Lok Ayukta. So I don't do anything which is against the law. Look at the circular, look at your own circular. You cannot just go. And the secretary ports have also said it is very clear that only 120 meters length can be given on case-to-case basis, and we cannot allow this ship. He has said it earlier, but now because the minister is pressurizing him, he has agreed for this, and the permission is almost given. I remember Jayesh Sargonkar used to say before that there are files which if I expose, a lot of things will come out. He is not exposed so far. I don't know what he is waiting for. But we have got documents and we are in the process of getting more documents from the government.
Is it all talking about the inland vessel or and where it will go to apply?
Not going to apply, it is a casino, so they are going to see, even when you get this, as it comes inside here, there is a likelihood of it being grounded. That is one thing. But the main point is it is against the law. You cannot get anything above 120 meters. And 120 meters ship cannot be kept in Goan waters. It has to be exported. You have to build a ship and export it from here. You cannot use it here in Goan water. That's the law.
As Congress was not aware about this ship before, as you said, Jayesh was saying all about. So
Jayesh
Congress was not
had
aware.
said, no, nobody was aware.
Nothing.
Jayesh had suggested at one meeting of the garbage treatment plant that he got some files, he knows something, I will expose at the right
He
moment.
was not aware or Congress was not aware?
Congress was not aware. Jayesh was in the ministry. Jayesh was Minister of Ports. Maybe he was talking about this. Maybe he was talking about this. I don't know. Because this is a big scam. Because they have flouted all the rules.
Okay, how the casinos have benefited the Goa as to
You tell me.
yeah.
You tell me. I don't see. No, none of the Goans
That's
are
what you
working.
say. Like
None of the Goans are working. How many Goans have you seen working on the casino? That is what I said earlier. There is no cost benefit studies are done for any project that comes into Goa. Sorry, just one more.
Yeah.
Important issue. This is an important issue.
Sandesh.
Yes.
So warm welcome to the media and warm welcome to the media. We thank you for being here. Today we, myself, Devsri Yaduvamshi, architect Royla Fernandez, and present to talk about the issue of law and order in the state of Goa. And I would like to begin by highlighting a very important point that according to the NCRB, the National Crime Records Bureau, the 2019 data shows that there is a rape happening in Goa every 5 days. That is the statistic. And to say that why is there no data available for 2020, I would like to explain why this is not available. It is because exactly a year ago, the police department in Goa stopped giving data to the media, the daily crime diary report that goes out. because the data is not available, cases are not being reported, and that is why we don't have the statistics available for 2020. Aside from that, I would like to talk about the Shididao case. I was there yesterday at the Agasai police station. I've spoken to the investigation officer. There are a lot of inconsistencies in what they're saying. The photograph that is circulating in social media puts the child at the age of around 2 to 3 years. The police is claiming, the IO is claiming months old. On the other hand, when I asked him that what about the condition of the body, about the post-mortem report, he said when the body was initially discovered, the head was severed, the hands were severed, there was the lower body was present, but then later on wild creatures have come and they have eaten up the body. Now, where was the police? Why was the body not taken, and why was it not preserved immediately the moment it was discovered? Now the entire torso of the child is missing. They have not identified who the child is. Today is the 9th day since this incident has happened. And again, the information went out into the media only day before yesterday, after several days of the body being discovered. I would like to take this opportunity and highlight to the media and to all the viewers watching today that in Goa, happens, there is no justice delivered, police covers it up, and then finally there is no police reportage that is going out into the media. So how is the Goan population supposed to understand this is a false reality created by the government of Goa, a false sense of security that everything is going well? And I guess that is why CM Pramod Sawant keeps repeating himself, Bhupachi Kai's Garazna. That is why he keeps saying this. I would also like to give special mention to another case of Varun Nair, who has recently raped a specially abled child in the month of August. He was taken into judicial custody for 5 days. After that, there has been no follow-up on the case. What is happening, whether the charges are staying. Again, this is highlighting the point that the information to the media is not. Yesterday, the Chief Minister of Goa has made a statement of Satya and Ahimsa. I would like to point out over here, when you yourself are not talking the truth, what are you talking about Satya and Ahimsa? And how are you any different from the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh? You're not any different. Just an hour ago, a report has come that Yogi Adityanath has hired a PR agency to spread in the international media that the rape did not even take place in Hathras. How is the Chief Minister of Goa any different? He himself does his own PR. There they have more money, I guess, so they hire PR agencies. So this is, and I would like to conclude my statement by saying that people of Goa, please wake up, because the BJP, there is a very, very big similarity in between all the BJP governments across this country. They have no respect for the law and order. They don't let the police work independently. And they will end up making what Yogi Adityanath said about having Ram Rajya. That same Ram Rajya is going to come here also in Goa, and it's all we are not aware. So pick up. This is my humble request. And this is
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Architect Royal Hernandez, and taking a hit from where Ms. Idunchi has stated about the Ram Raj, I would like to give a small difference in between the different incidents the country has witnessed, the Nirbhaya case and the Hathras case. If you see in the Nirbhaya case way back in 2012, we saw how the government there in Delhi reacted. We had the government taking acknowledgement of the incident and giving Nirbhaya the best medical treatment. Even to take it further, they took her to Singapore, flew her down to Singapore to give her the treatment. Unfortunately, the gruesome incident was so bad that she had to succumb to the injuries. we could not save her. But we had the Congress president at the airport to receive the body. That is the way respect is shown to the young soul which had died. The CM of Delhi, she attended the cremation. They were present. There was no pressure on the family whatsoever. There was cooperation from all sides to see that justice was done. In 2012, she was the mother of Nirbhaya was conferred, was given the honor also. What do we see in Hathras today? You all have seen how the parents shunted away. The girl was kept in a hospital in UP, and even after 8 days, the FIR was not lodged. This is the delay in giving justice. After that, after pressure is put from the parents, from the family, she has been shifted to Delhi. There again, very late, because there was a lot of time delay to give her the medical attention she needed. But was the girl given the last respects? Was she given that due religious due rituals before cremation? Why was this done? Why is there a difference we see in the Nirbhaya case and the Hathras case? The body was brought back to UP and was cremated at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning without the parents, without the family. What was the reason? Why was the hurry? Why did the police act in such a way? We see the difference is in the Congress ruled states and the BJP ruled states. And if we go back even to Sriram today, where the police here again did not give any respect to the body. In fact, I am told that they said she is not a Goan. How can you differentiate a human being? The police is here to give protection, to give justice. Immaterial, you're a Goan or you're non-Goan. We require every individual should have that right to get justice. If we have seen Mr. Javadekar coming today, who is a minister for this environment, Ministry of Environment and Forest, environmentalists who were protesting whole day yesterday. That was his job. We were fighting, but he didn't come. And here we see the Ministry of Women and Child, when there are so many things happening in Goa and they are mum, they are silent. Where is the Minister of Women and Child of Delhi, of the center? When it was the Nirbhaya case, there were protests. And when it is the Hathras case, is the BJP government silent? Why? Why is the women and child not picking up this issue? Even being a woman in Goa, when there are issues happening here, there's no. So I would like to say, is the Women and Child Ministry in lockdown? And is the Section 44 imposed for the protection of the government?
Yes. Finally, सगळे इश्यू एंड अप करता आसतना हांव एकूच सांगूंक सोदतां सगळे म्हणजे कशें आसा आतां हो इश्यू जालो आमी कितलेशेच स्टेटमेंट आयकले हाथरस केसीन दे वर कंपेरिंग दॅट इश्यू विथ द राजस्थानान एक हे जालो इन्सिडंट जालो आनी थंय त्या सीएमान गेलो कसलो स्टेटमेंट केलो म्हाका एकूच सांगून दिसता जेन्ना अशें रेप जाता तेन्ना जे बायल मनीस तिचेर अन्याय जाता तिका दुःख जाता तिचे लायफ सगळे पेड्डीर जाता तेन्ना फक्त तो इश्यू पॉलिटिसायज करचो न्ही ती बीजेपीची काँग्रेसीची बायल आसता ती खंयच्याच पार्टीची आसना हांगा खंयच्याच पार्टीनी त्या बायलेचो दुरुपयोग असो पार्टी पॉलिटिक्सा खातीर करचो न्ही ना की आनी वयल्यान अशे केसीस जाले आसतना त्या बायलेकूच वयल्यान ब्लेम करप ही अत्यंत दुर्दैवी घटना आसा आणि आम्ही एम्पावरमेंट म्हणटा आसतना सगळे बायलांक आज आमचे पंतप्रधान मोदी म्हणटा की बायलांक सगळे आम्ही पुढाकार घेवपाक होच त्यांचो इश्यू आसा हेच फुडें व्हरता ते अशे बायलांक सगळे सोपोवन म्हणजे तिका मनीस म्हणून सुद्धा ते ट्रीट करिना ह्या बीजेपी गव्हर्नमेंटान हे अत्यंत दुर्दैवी आणि भयानक गोष्ट आज घडटा आणि बायलांक अपील करता की तुम्ही ओगी राव नाकात अशे अन्याय जाता जाल्यार खंयचे तरी पार्टी आनी हे सोडून आज आमी सगळे बायलांनी म्हणून एकठांय येवपाक जाय हांव बीजेपीची जी महिला विंग आसा तांकांय सांगता तुम्ही जेन्ना अशो अन्याय घडटा सगळ्यांनी उभे रावंक जाय. हांगा पार्टी हांगा इम्पॉर्टंट न्ही, हांगा ते बायलेचे ते लायफ आसा जावं ते बायलेचे जे महत्व आसा ते इम्पॉर्टंट. आनी आमी सगळ्यांनी एकठांय जर उभे रावले आनी असले जे क्रिमिनल्स आसा पोलिसांक आमी जर म्हणजे आमचे स्ट्रॉंग रेप्रेझेंटेशन दिलें जाल्यार हेच्या फुडें असले क्रायम जावचे पयलीं जे क्रिमिनल्स आसा ते 100 फावटी विचार करतले. फाल्यां सकाळीं असो क्रायम जालो जाल्यार आमकां खंयच सुटका ना. तेन्ना सगळ्या बायलांनी आज एकठांय जावन आवाज उठोवपाची वेळ येयल्ली आसा. आमी काँग्रेस पार्टीच्या वतीन सगळ्या बायलांक उलो मारता. काँग्रेस पार्टी आज तुमच्या सगळ्या बरोबर आसा आनी अशें कितें जरी प्रश्न जातले तेन्ना आमी तुमच्या फुड्यान जेन्ना येतली तेन्ना तुमी भिवन आसतना आमच्या जे कितें तुमचे प्रश्न आसा ते मदत.
तुम्ही सांगपाक की चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ यूपीन ते स्टेटमेंट केलें की बायलेन एकली भायर सरपाची ना. तेंचे तुमकां कितें सांग ही इज अ फिट सीएम.
ऑफकोर्स नॉट. खंयच्याच एंगलांतल्यान जेन्ना म्हणजे तुमी जे करूंक जाय ते करिना म्हणजे तुमचो जो पावर आसा तो तुमी युटिलायज बायलांक तुमी वयल्यान सांगता तुमी 7 जाल्या नंतर वचपाचे ना, हे तुमी असले कपडे घालपाचे ना, तुमी रातचे तुमी भायर नायट क्लबां वचपाचे म्हणजे सगळे रिस्ट्रिक्शन असले ओन्ली फॉर द वुमन. आनी तेच्या भायर जे दादले आसा म्हणजे आज हांगा उलोवचें पडटा म्हणजे दादल्यांक फूल फ्रिडम आसा की अशी बायल एकटी मेळ्ळी जाल्यार तेजेर तेका धरपाचें आनी जाय तशें तिका विक्टिमायज करपाची हो रायट कोण म्हणजे सरकारूच दिता दादल्यांक. हें अशें चलचें ना. हेच खातीर हांव सांगता म्हणजे जो पर्यंत आमी बायलो ह्या गोष्टीच्या विरोधात स्ट्रॉंगली उबे खंयच्या पार्टीचे इरिस्पेक्टीव ऑफ ऑल द पार्टीज आय अपील टू ऑल द वुमन जस्ट कम टुगेदर अगेन्स्ट दीस. नाल्यार आमी खंयच्या पार्टीन त्यो बायलो सुद्दां आसल्यो आनी ती पार्टी जर त्या हेका सपोर्ट करता आनी आमी जर ओगी रावन ते सहन करता जाल्यार तेज्या असली दुर्दैवी घटना आनी त्या बायलांक कांयच अधिकार ना हेच्या फुडें लिडर म्हणून ते रेप्रेझेंट करपाक आनी बायल म्हणून घेवपाक सुद्दां तिका अधिकार ना. हें आमचें स्पश्ट मत आसा. भायर सरात उलयात. पार्टी जर वायट करता जाल्यार वायट म्हणून सांगपाची कॅपेसिटी त्या बायलेक त्या पार्टीन रावून आसूंक जाय. त्या बायलाचेर अन्याय जाता जाल्यार.
Yesterday you visited to the police station. What is the present status? Are you in talk with the woman in charge of the home ministry?
No, I've been talking to the IO, the investigation officer, who is actually COVID positive and is at home, so he's not on the ground. Somebody else, his name is Mandar Parab, he is investigating the case at the moment. So I went onto the site in Shirda also after the Agasain police station. And as I mentioned earlier, that the identity of the child has not yet been established. And again, the statement that she was saying that she seems to be an outsider's child, that was also said to me. So there's not been much progress that has been made, and I've come to know that they're actually fighting over the jurisdiction of the case also, which is completely nonsensical because it happened in Shiragaon, it falls in San Andre, and it falls under the Agasai police station. What is the confusion in this matter?
So there is a confusion of the jurisdiction in this.
This is what I've heard, that there is a confusion.
The other thing is, despite some people in the government have got medieval mindsets.
Exactly.
Women cannot walk outside in the night. Women cannot wear short dresses. What world are we living in? We're in the 21st century. And हे पळय मिनिस्टर आहा आमचे सांगता बायलांनी कित्याक इतले लेट वचोंक जाय, बायलांनी कित्याक अशें न्हेसोंक जाय, they are calling trouble to their doorstep. This medieval mindset at this time in India is highly deplorable. Women have got every right to do what they want, when they want, wherever they want. And this medieval mindset has to go, and people have to rise above this.
I would like to add to the statement that he has made. The BJP, by its very ideology and the ethos that they carry, and you see it repeatedly in statements made by BJP leaders across our country, is that they treat women like doormats. They want women who are in servitude towards them, and they do not think of women as human beings who have equal human rights as men. We are not asking for some special rights over here. We are simply asking women, children to be respected for being human beings first. That itself that they are not ready to give. And Yogi Adityanath is absolutely notorious for the statements that he makes in these regards, and it is extremely deplorable. I think he needs to go back to the cave that he came from.
So, ma'am, Yadurvanshi, a small question for you. They need to be changed in government or ideology?
The ideology is something that cannot change. These people are hardwired. They are extremists, I would say. They need to be taken out from the government. That is the only solution. We cannot allow such people to govern us and make decisions for us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sweet.
Yes, yes.
Ahmed sir,
Yes.